Moral stability. Tell me more.
Morale.
Morale.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're right.
Gotcha. Okay. So I think I understand that. Help us understand. So everyone's on the same page with you. What do you mean by morale stability?
Like you're talking about, you know, like when the first guy here is super low.
Yep.
After exercises, everybody's like
Yep.
jamming, ready to rock.
Yep.
It's hard to, like Homer said, it's hard to keep that same passion going on your first call at
Yes.
7 in the morning as it is at 9 at night on your last call.
Yes.
It's inconsistent, and it's just really tough to keep that up.
All right, so keep maintaining your own state as you go through that, and then doing that collectively as a group. What does that do to the level of the company, right? What happens to everyone? Yeah, good. All right, thank you. Thank you for that additional explanation. Just it.
Team 3 brings customer service, communication, and revenue.
Customer service, communication, and revenue. Who had something along the lines of communication on your own lists? Hands up. Something about communication. All right. Revenue. We had revenue dollars either for your own income or for the company. Yeah. All right. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you.
We would agree without what has been said already is us to follow the steps of the Nexstar system.
Okay. Following the steps.
Because we feel at the end of the day that's what will bring in more money and to the customer satisfaction part of it.
Yeah.
And it's all about communication.
Yeah. It is. It's all about. That's what you're going to learn. Everything we're going to do these next 3 days is about how we communicate with that customer.
And obviously we put money in deposit there too, so that's what we have.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Last case.
Have the power to embrace awkwardness.
Having the power to embrace awkwardness came out right. Excellent. All right. And I love that. I think that's fantastic. Having the power to embrace. And even if you wanted to change the word or add to the word awkwardness, you could throw discomfort in there.
Negatives and positives.
Pushing in the path of your discomfort is where all growth exists. All growth exists where you're uncomfortable. Once you get that, you actually start looking for ways to make yourself uncomfortable when you start getting good. When you start getting comfortable, you're like, dang, something's wrong. And what do I got to do to mess this up? Which is what I do when I'm training this. It's how I keep myself interested 12 years later. Right? What we did this morning, and Steve and I were talking about this, is I have that morning piece so carefully crafted that there's no possible way I'm missing any of that. I'm so dialed in on how that works. And that has changed so much. It's changed since I did it 2 weeks ago in Kentucky. And it'll change again when I go do it 2 weeks from now. Next stop is Indiana. Go Colts, go. Not this year. Next year. So lucky. Thank you for that. All right. So let's keep these lists in front of us. What we want to get typically is similar for everybody in the room. And I want us to start with that in mind. Because the mind finds what we focus on. You ever notice this? That we find what we focus. Have you ever bought a new vehicle thinking that this new vehicle or new to you vehicle is unique in some way? I've seen a lot of these around. And then you buy it, then what happens? Everybody and their dog owns one, don't they? The next day, they go out and buy one. Because you have it. Because you find what you focus on. This is true everywhere in your life. Your brain looks for the stuff that you're focusing on. Oh, the world, there's never enough, there's not enough, there's not enough. Those people who think that way live that way. That's exactly what their brain finds. Remember that your brain isn't evaluating, saying, this isn't good for you, don't think like this. It doesn't care. So that's what you want. Here's all the resources you need to find nothing. Nothing is everywhere, go find nothing. And it will show you nothing, even in situations where you have opportunity. It will find the nothing. All customers are cheapskates. Finding what you're looking for? Right? Because then there's other people in the room who say, no, I don't care. Price is the price. I just go get my money. I just do my thing. And guess what they find? Jeez, isn't that something? See, the world is this magnificent mirror. It just reflects back to you what you're looking for. We tell you a story of Good Ron, Bad Ron. We'll move on from here. Good Ron, Bad Ron really existed. Inside of the company. Had a manager in a meeting like this, told me this story, shared this. His own experience, worked in this company as a technician. Ron and Ron were the owners, not related to each other, friends. And they came to be known as Good Ron and Bad Ron. Because Good Ron was the guy that anyone would cancel plans for to help him out, no matter which way he asked them to help him out. Because he was just that good to people. He was the guy that no matter what he did, people just said, complied, they were willing to help him out. Bad Ron, on the other hand, people would make up stories and excuses for why not to help him when he asked them for anything. The two Rons could ask the same employee for the same thing and get entirely different responses. And if you ask Bad Ron, he would tell you, oh, everybody's bad. Employees are horrible, hard to find good people, no one wants to work anymore, they're all entitled. This is what was going through his world. That's how he saw the world, and that's how everyone responded back to him. Get this. This isn't about good Ron or bad Ron, this is about you. Good Ron said, man, we have the best employees in the world. I don't know how we always luck out finding amazing people. Same people. Lazy, entitled, good for nothing, or amazing, powerful, I'm so lucky to have them in my life. That's you. What are you looking for and what's reflecting back on you? It's painful to get this realization. And so, I'm sorry, and you're welcome. Just live in that space and let that, just recognize that the world is just this magnificent mirror. It just shows you what you're looking for. When you change what you're looking for, which is why we started with state, because this changes what I'm focusing on. When I'm focusing on the right things, I'm fine what I focus on. It just does. It's not magical, it's all out there. That stuff is out there. The truck that you just bought, there was already thousands of them out there. You just weren't focused on it. They didn't magically appear when you bought the vehicle. Right? They've been there the whole time, you just didn't see them. Get that and translate that to everything else in your life. The amazing customers, they're not waiting to be magically discovered, they're there. And you're visiting them every day. All right. Take a moment, please, and scan pages 15 and 16.
Oh, you read it, bro. As soon as you read it, I was like, oh, I think I'm just looking. Such a failure on that one.
All right, as a couple of you are still reading that, let's draw your attention to a couple of things. First of all, let me ask, what questions do you have about the information that you just read on 15 and 16? All right, can you draw draw your attention to two things on page 16. Number one, the video recording. Who noticed that as you were reading? The video recording coming in. Who here was learning that for the first time? This was news to you that you're going to be videotaping. All right. How does it make you feel? A little nervous? Anyone else feel that way? Show of hands. You're a little nervous, a little not so sure of yourself at this moment? All right, so, and that's normal, that's okay. So just go ahead and feel